come to play. I didn't come to stay.
I'm Queen
Danae. I'm Queen Danae. I bounce back when they're counting me out. Time after time after time after time. I bounce back when they're counting me out. Time after time after time after time. They counting me out time after time after time after
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Self-Care Sunday. It's your girl, Queen Danae. I decided to just come on today and talk about some self-care. Now, normally I talk about self-care and I'm talking about my favorite products or whatever, what have you. I'm talking about products. I'm talking about things that I use on a regular basis, the type of products that I like, the type of products that I use, and my self-care routine, because that's what I like to do on Sunday. I like to do self-care for Self-Care Sundays. But recently, I've been understanding and noticing and realizing that self-care is not just on the outside. Self-care, oh my God, self-care has to happen. Self-care has to happen from the inside out. This is what I'm learning. I'm learning so much more about self-care that it has to happen from the inside out. Putting on cosmetics, putting on the beauty products, caring for yourself in the physical is good. But if you don't care for yourself on the inside, it doesn't matter all the things that you do on the outside. So for me, more and more, Self-Care Sundays is becoming more an inside job. It's becoming more of emotional, spiritual, mental work. And working and making sure that I'm aware of my mental health needs and my spiritual and emotional needs. And that's the reason why I wanted to do Self-Care Sunday today about overcoming emotional abuse. Now, I know there are people who would say, what the hell is emotional abuse? And probably feel like, okay, y'all come up with all kinds of stuff. But emotional abuse is a real thing. Emotional abuse is a real thing, and a lot of people are victims of emotional abuse and probably don't even know it, because when a person plays on your emotions, it's often a hidden thing. It's often something that they don't do openly. It's often something that, you can't necessarily even put your finger on. You can't really even, point to what is being done to you. And that's what makes emotional abuse so devastating for so many people and so hard to overcome. So when we talk about emotional abuse, we're talking about stuff like consistent and constant infidelity. When you have had an understanding that you're going to be in a monogamous relationship. Now, when you're in an open relationship or you have no expectations or no discussions about being faithful and monogamous, that's between two consenting adults. But when you have had someone that's love bombed you, made you feel like you're the onlyest one, and making you feel like you're in a committed relationship, that's where the emotional abuse comes in. That is where the emotional abuse comes in. Because if a person is telling you and making you feel like you're the only one, they're committed to you, you're in a relationship, and then they're consistently unfaithful, they're lying to you, they're cheating on you, that's emotional abuse. And then what makes it even worse is when you call them out on it, or you find out what they're doing and confront them, call them out, hold them accountable, then they want to blame you and try to tell you why their behavior has something to do with something that you did or something that you are, which is absolutely ridiculous. And that's why it's abusive, because you cannot blame someone else for your behavior. If you want to be unfaithful or if you want to cheat, it's not, you can't blame your person that you're with. Because if that person was that bad or whatever issues they had, leave that person, leave the relationship. Cheating is, to me, for cowards. Because if you're in a relationship, you want to be with somebody else physically, even an emotional, what they call emotional affair, whatever the case may be, you should be man enough, you should be woman enough to go to the person that you're supposed to be in a relationship with and say, look, this person over here, I want to spend some time with them. I want to do a little something with them. That's what adults are supposed to do. And if you're not man enough or woman enough to go to your person and say that, then you're a coward. And that's abusive. So a lot of women have been, and I'm not going to just say women, men too, but since I'm a woman, I'm going to speak on the women. A lot of women have been victims of emotional abuse, because even if a man don't put his hands on you, if a man is constantly lying to you, constantly betraying your trust, constantly cheating on you, gaslighting you, making you feel like you're the problem, you're not good enough, that's emotional abuse. And sometimes, and really most of the time, it's very difficult to overcome. That is why I try to live my life in a way where I can't allow people to play with my emotions. And this is even in friendships. This is not just in romantic relationships. This is even in friendships. People will tell you and act like they're your friend. And a lot of people will just get around you because they want a little bit of your shine. They don't even much like you. They will get around you just to find out your business, just to go and run tell somebody something that you said. And you can feel it. You can tell when they're not really for you. And to me, I think really when it comes to women, and I'm going to speak on the woman that I am as a black woman, a lot of black women have experienced emotional abuse in friendships. In friendships. Because you will legit think you're friends with somebody. You done been down for this person. You done helped them when they needed you. And then when you need them, they get amnesia. They don't remember all the help you gave them. Or another good one, you'll be in a conversation with somebody and they're agreeing, they really doing all the talking. And you just agreeing, you're like, yeah, I know what you mean. I know how you feel. They'll go back and tell the conversation as if you said all the stuff that you were just agreeing to. And then when you try to confront them or say, hey, I don't think, the way you treat me is the way a person would treat a friend. Girl, they get to gaslighting you. So I have, as I've gotten older, I started to understand that people will abuse you emotionally if you let them. You cannot let people play in your face. You cannot let people play with your emotions. There's nothing wrong with letting people know, hey, you hurt my feelings. You hurt my feelings when you did what you did. And you hurt my feelings when you said what you said. And I feel like if you're not man enough or woman enough to let them know that they hurt your feelings, then I don't feel like there's any reason. Hey, Darlene. Hey, beautiful. I don't feel like there's any reason to be mad. Because if you can't confront that person, thank you so much for sharing. If you can't confront that person, then what is the point of being their friend? What is the point? I have to understand that friendships, a lot of people, especially, I don't know, I'm just going to talk about black women because I'm a black woman and most of my friends are black women. A lot of black women have not been taught how to be friends. So of course they can't get in a relationship and be in a healthy relationship. And once again, I'm going to speak for myself. I'm the type of friend, I am the type of friend that if I'm your friend, you know I'm your friend. And I don't play about my friends. Can't nobody just come and talk to me about one of my friends. If you come talk to me about one of my friends, I'm going to be the first one to check you and be like, did you say that to her? And why is you telling me? Because if you can't go say it to her, I don't think you should be saying it to me because that's my friend. But so many people can't do that for their friends. And I think any type of friendship like that, especially when you know about it, it's emotional abuse. It's abusive. And so many women get in these bad relationships with men because they was in bad relationships already with their family members and their friends. You can ask anybody who knows me in real life, especially my family. I don't let nobody play in my motherfucking face. Nobody. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you brother, sister, mother, father. Because I don't believe in allowing people to abuse you emotionally. If a person say they love you, there should be some signs in their behavior behavior. And when their behavior says otherwise, that's abusive to you emotionally. You know, you be going through changes sometimes with people in your emotions. So why do we learn, and why have we been socialized to be okay with it? Why have we been socialized to be okay with people playing in our face? And I don't know about you, but for me, it was because I did not want to be the villain. I did not want to be the one that's always calling things out, because normally I am. I am the one that's going to call things out. I was known for routinely asking my friends why we haven't been to lunch and why we haven't been out together. What's going on? Are we friends? Are we still friends? Or when somebody would come to my friend and say, and one of my friends would tell me, girl, they said A, B, and C about you. I'm notorious about saying, so why they feel so comfortable saying it to you? Because I will check people when they talk about you. So if you're not checking people when they come and you talking about me, you're not my friend. You're not my friend. And I feel like once we learn that and be okay with putting people in check, we don't put ourselves in a situation to be abused emotionally. Because one thing I feel like women fall prey to is people tell us we're too emotional. Oh, women, you're so emotional. Everybody got emotions. Everybody got emotions. It's a reason for us to have emotions. It's nothing wrong with being emotional. Don't let people use your emotions against you, and don't let people make you feel ashamed of your emotions. Baby, yeah, I'm emotional. You goddamn right. Because I'm a human being. I have emotions. I have feelings. And I'm not going to let nobody play with me. And I'm not going to let nobody abuse me emotionally. If you know that you talking to me a certain type of way hurts my feelings, why would you keep doing it? Then you're not my friend. And you damn sure can't be my man. I don't know about y'all, but all these stories that we're seeing online and on social media, especially with some of these high profile cases, I mean, it make you wonder. It really make you wonder about people's self-esteem. Because I know when I was younger, I struggled with low self-esteem, and I would let people talk to me in a kind of way. But the older I got and the more I worked on my self-esteem, you're not finna play in my face, and you're not going to talk to me in a kind of way, and you damn sure not going to play with my emotions. So I wanted to talk about emotional abuse, because what people don't understand is emotional abuse is most of the time the precursor to physical abuse. Everybody don't start out beating your ass. People don't start out cussing you out. People start out hurting your feelings intentionally, repeatedly. And when you don't check them, and y'all know it start with parents, it start with siblings, you know it do. And if you don't check them, it continues on with them, and it continues on with other people in your life. I allow my children to tell me if I hurt their feelings. I allow my children to tell me, hey, mom, I ain't really much like how you said that to me. Yeah, sometimes I'll be like, oh, well, damn. But that's part of self-care. And that's what I think most people don't understand. That's part of self-care. Teaching somebody how to talk to you in a way that you require is part of self-care. That's more important self-care than a facial, than a manicure, and then a pedicure. Teaching people how to treat you and how to talk to you. And I really wish that people would let this stuff translate over into friendships, because I've learned as a woman that friendships are very important, but a whole lot of people have not been trained on how to be a friend. And y'all will talk about your friends sometimes. Some of y'all, I have talked to women who have talked about their so-called friends like a dog. And that let me understand, I don't want to be this bitch friend. Me and her can't be friends. We could be acquaintances, but we damn sure can't be friends. She talking about old girl like that. If this how she run down her friend business, I definitely don't want her to be her friend. And understand that is a form of emotional abuse. So I don't know. I just feel like we have to talk about these things. And for the younger women coming up, where is the aunties? Where y'all at? Where the aunties at? Because we definitely need to teach these young girls, baby. Y'all letting these motherfuckers play in y'all face way too much. That's from the employers to the boyfriends, to the family members, to the baby daddies, to the husbands. to the besties. Y'all letting too many people play in your face, and you definitely being too kind. You're definitely being too kind. And I feel like a lot of people have fallen victim to not wanting to be the villain, not wanting to be the bad guy. But I'm telling you right now, as far as me, I'm definitely in my venom era. Villain era. I'm in my villain era. Do you hear me? Because I will be the villain of every story. If that's what you want to categorize me as, go right ahead. I will most definitely volunteer to be the villain of your story if that means you're not going to talk to me crazy, because I can't allow it. I can't allow it. And so emotional abuse, not only is it one of the hardest things to show, to prove, it's also one of the hardest things to overcome. It is one of the hardest things to overcome. Thank you so much, Darlene. Thank you so much, Queen. She is such a beautiful woman, Darlene Hodge. She is a beautiful queen, very supportive, and I know she understands true friendship, baby, because she is a very supportive woman, and we need more women like her. Shout out to her. We need more women like the Queen Darlene Hodge. We need more women like her, baby, because she is always supportive of other women. And for some reason, I don't understand, but women feel like if you're not in my clique, I can't support you, and that's really sad, because we all we got is each other. As girl, especially as black women. I know y'all have seen how many people are so happy to talk about Megan Thee Stallion. They're so happy to talk about the fact that she's broken up with Klay Thompson. I mean, y'all hate what y'all hate us? It's like Tupac said, do we hate our women? I'm starting to think you motherfuckers do. With all the stories that we've seen of husbands killing their wives, of these high profile men killing their wives. And I can guarantee you it didn't start with physical abuse. I know it started with emotional abuse, because that's how most of the time it starts. And yes, sometimes it'll make you seem like a complainer when you constantly check people, when they talk to you crazy. Even sometimes somebody looking at you crazy. I'm the first one to check you. What the fuck you looking at me crazy for? Fix your face. Because if it bothers me, I'm going to let you know. I'm going to let you know. And people will go there with you, and they will do these microaggressions with you repeatedly just to see how far they can go with you. But I think it's so timely that all of us, those of us who understand and who've overcome some of these things, we have to be the ones to come out and talk about it. We have to be the ones to help facilitate a change, because as you can see, it's getting worse and worse and worse. If a man went into a house and shot children dead, what the fuck? Shot children dead because what? He was in his emotions, because he was in his feelings, killed innocent children behind some bullshit between him and the children's mother. We all saw it. We all saw it. These grown ass men throwing tantrums because a woman don't want you no more. Grown ass men throwing tantrums. So I don't know. I wanted to come on and talk about overcoming emotional abuse, because I know there are a lot of people that are struggling with it. You go between relationships, you go out of one relationship and you've been abused emotionally, and go into the next, and then you see the signs, but you're not really ready or willing to leave. But I tell you what, it is so important. It is so important to thank you so much, Queen. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. It is so important, like I said, to be mindful of your emotional health, your spiritual health, your mental health. I think that Black women are the strongest human beings on earth. We are the strongest human beings on earth. But I also feel like it's time for us to take a stand for our own selves, take a stand for our health, our physical health, our spiritual health, our emotional health. I think it is so important that we take a stand, ladies. Don't let nobody play with you. Don't let nobody play in your face. Don't feel bad about how you feel in any situation. All your feelings are valid. I don't care what nobody say. However you feel is valid. And I feel like we have to learn how to not let people play with our emotions and abuse us emotionally. Because whether we understand it or not, emotional abuse is hard to heal from. It's hard to overcome, and it's very hard to heal from. It's very hard to heal from. Now, I know there's people who say, well, a lot of these men been emotionally abused by their mothers, and that's why they turn around and abuse their women. That may be the case, but I feel like this. You don't have to be the one to help him. And you don't have to be the one to be his next victim. You don't have to be the one to help him. Not at your own expense. Not at your own expense, ladies. Not at your own expense. And since we've been seeing so many Black women in the month of April, we have seen countless Black women that have been killed by their boyfriends or husbands, intimate partners. Every Black woman that I know should be going live at least once a week talking about this. We should be outraged. We should all be very upset about the numbers. The numbers. It's crazy. It's crazy how many men find it easy to take a gun and kill the woman he said he loved. It's amazing about how many men will get on this platform, these social media platforms, and dog Black women out. And what do? We always there. We faithful. We're serving them. We uplifting them. I was one. I wrote a whole book of poetry dedicated to Black men. You can check it out. It's still on Amazon. It's called Undeniable Magnificence, because I love me some Black men. But one thing I realize is, well, goddamn, I think I loved them a little bit more than I loved myself. Now it's time for me to do what? Self-care. That's why I take my self-care very seriously. And when I say self-care Sunday, I mean that. I really be about my self-care. I just want to encourage all my sisters. I want to encourage you. Take care of yourself. And if you're not there yet, if you're not at that stage yet where you feel worthy, get you a friend. Get you somebody who can pep talk you. Get you somebody like Queen Danae, baby, because I'm going to prop you up. I'm going to push you. I'm going to pull you. I'm going to show you, and I'm going to affirm you, because you are powerful. You are beautiful. And if a person don't see your beauty, it's something wrong with their vision. It ain't nothing wrong with you. It ain't nothing wrong with you. God made you beautiful just the way you are. Yes, we put on our hair and our makeup and we put on all this stuff, but baby, I want you to understand that you better look in the mirror and know that you're beautiful just the way you are. And if you don't got no friends that's talking to you like that, you got the wrong friends. If you don't got no spouse that's talking to you every day and telling you how amazing, how beautiful, how wonderful you are, and how blessed they are to have you in their life, you got the wrong people around you. You need to go around people who know your worth, who know your value, who's not constantly trying to compete with you. Because I understand for women, especially Black women, that's another form of emotional abuse. A person can't even celebrate you. When something good happens for you, they don't even want to celebrate you. They want to compete with you. It's like, damn. I think it is so important. Thank you so much, Darlene. I really appreciate you. I really appreciate you, because I come on this platform. To really try to help somebody. I want to really encourage somebody. I want to really encourage women, because a lot of times we look good, we look fine, we look like everything's okay, and sometimes we not okay. A lot of times we not okay. So I want to get on this platform and talk to the women, and I want you to know that you are strong, you are beautiful, you are valued, you are loved, you are wonderfully and fearfully made, baby. You everything you're supposed to be. And if you don't feel like you're everything you're supposed to be, get on up from there and start becoming that, because everything is already in you to be the woman that you want to be. And one thing that my cousin Cookie told me on her deathbed, she was a beautiful, wonderful woman. She told me on her deathbed, don't you let nobody stop you. Whatever it is you want to do, don't let nobody stop you. And I want to say that to women today. Don't you let nobody stop you. I don't care what it is. So if you have to overcome some emotional abuse today, I hope that something that I said has been helpful, because I think so many of us suffer from emotional trauma, from the trauma of being lied on and talked about and ostracized and, where excluded. People will get in a group and want to exclude you or want to nitpick you. I think we've all experienced that. But as we age, especially Black women, we need to come together. We need to encourage each other. We need to uplift each other. We need to learn how to affirm each other and compliment each other. That's another thing I like about Sister Darlene Hodge, baby. She will compliment you, baby. She's going to tell you how good you look. And I love women like that, because I endeavor to be the same. Just like Shay Cruz from Shea Butter Baby from SRJR Productions, baby. She's another one that will encourage you and lift you up and tell you when you're doing good, baby. And we need to do that for each other, because if you on social media, you'll see you have like 10K views and 3 likes. And almost everybody who's seen it liked it, but they chose not to press like. And that's another thing that we have to stop doing. I don't know. I feel so, what do I say? I feel an obligation to talk about this, because we have seen lately accomplished women, very accomplished women, who have been cheated on, murdered in their own home, their children left motherless behind some man who going through whatever he going through. And before it gets to that point, I hope that you, if you're listening or if you share this video to somebody who needs to hear it, I hope that you find it in yourself to leave any type of toxic situation. If you're not being treated right, if you're not being treated lovingly, if you're not being treated the way you want to be treated, leave. Find the resources, find the help. It's everywhere. Reach out to Queen Danae, reach out to me, reach out to the National Domestic Violence Hotline. Even if a person have not put their hands on you, that's the reason why I feel like emotional abuse is important to talk about, because sometimes it don't get to the point of somebody putting their hands on you. But if somebody talk down to you, if they make you feel a certain way, this is how you know. When you have to go home and you waiting in the parking lot, or you waiting in the damn driveway, and you don't even want to much go in your house. Even with friendships, have you ever went out with friends and then a certain friend come around and you just feel like, oh, I don't want to be bothered with her. It's the way she makes me feel. It's the way she talks to me. It's the way she tries to belittle me. And that belittling shit, oh my God. I'm just going to say this about Southern, I live in Texas, and I'm going to say this about y'all in Texas. Y'all real good at trying to belittle people. Real good. Really, really good. See, I'm from the north. I come from the north. I'm from Chicago. I come from up north. Up north, we really don't be faking the funk. If we broke, we're going to tell you, hey, I broke this week. I can't go. Y'all like to play like y'all got a whole lot. And then y'all like to belittle other people when they ain't got it. And you motherfuckers know y'all be broke too. You niggas be broke. But y'all want to sit up and talk about somebody else when they're going through something and they're going through financial difficulties. Y'all want to put their business in the street. I have definitely been there. When people thought they could go online and say, oh, she lost this and she lost that. Okay, and lost it again and got it again. And what? That's the type of stuff I'm talking about. That's emotional abuse. And then those same people thought they can come back and still be my friend. No, ma'am, and no, sir. No, because if you find it that easy to talk about me when I'm going through problems, we don't need to be friends. There's nothing we need to say to each other. And it took me a long time to learn that, because I used to forgive people so easily. I used to feel like, well, everybody makes mistakes. I'm going to go ahead and forgive them. Not no more. No, because I ain't got time to waste with you. You've had time to know me as a friend. And if you don't know how to treat me, be gone and bye-bye. because there's somebody else that would love a good friend. There's somebody else who wants a good friend like me. And one of my lights went out. There's somebody who wants a good friend. And so I'm not going to waste my time with people who don't know how to be a friend. So anyway, I wanted to talk a little about overcoming emotional abuse. And this is the one other thing that I do want to talk about. I have to talk about this. And I'm going to put my banner up on this because I got to talk about this. I have seen so many posts. I have seen so many posts lately about Megan Thee Stallion. Oh my God, I've seen so many posts about Megan Thee Stallion, and y'all talking about her and talking about oh, I guess she wasn't as bad as she thought she was. I guess she didn't have that WAP. Okay, give me a break. I really wish y'all would stop it. I wish y'all would stop blaming the woman for the man's behavior. Just because he cheated, now y'all trying to act like there's something wrong with Megan. Oh, something must have been wrong with her. She wasn't good enough to keep him. I really hate that we feel that way, because put some respect on her name. Put some respect on her name. That's a whole businesswoman that got a whole lot going on, baby. Beautiful and very accomplished. And another thing, why do we want to blame the woman for what the man do? He the one who fumbled that. He fumbled the bag, okay? Because Megan is definitely the bag. So put some respect on her name. That nigga goofy anyway. I only liked him because she liked him. I wasn't really checking for him. So now that they're apart from each other, I don't have to fake and act like I think he fine, because I really only thought anything of him because of her. Okay? So put some respect on her name. And women, don't go on these posts agreeing with these niggas. Don't agree with these men, because you know they in their feelings. They wish they could pull somebody like Megan. They wish they could. And I don't like the fact that we are making it like it's something wrong with her. I mean, people will use it as a what do they call it? Like they're trying to cut you down when they say you can't keep a man. Nigga, I don't want to keep a man. Keep a man for what? What? For what? I ain't trying to keep nothing I don't want, okay? I don't even keep wigs that I don't want no more. I don't keep nothing that I no longer want. So when somebody call themselves insulting me by saying I can't keep a man, baby, that's not an insult. That's a compliment. I don't keep nothing that I don't want. So trust and believe. If I'm single, it's by choice. It's because I want to be, and that's part of my self-care. That's part of my self-care. So yeah, Self-Care Sunday. I want to thank you all for tuning in with me. And like I said before, I hope something that I said about overcoming emotional abuse was helpful to you, because so many of us experience emotional abuse. And sometimes, like I said, it can be very, very difficult to overcome. So anyway, I'm going to jump off here. I've had a good time talking to y'all this Self-Care Sunday. And please, if you get a chance, go over to my Amazon storefront under Queen Danae Self-Care Sunday and find all of my favorite self-care products, because I love taking care of myself. I always say, if you don't treat yourself like a queen, nobody else will. All right, y'all. Have a good Sunday.